Hey guys, it's Kyle. I'm back from Comic-Con International and wanted to give you all the rundown on what we did on our trip out to San Diego. I don't want to run on with things too long here, so I'll keep it limited to my favorite parts of the event. I went to Comic-Con as a member of the press this year for our new site, Goodgriefing Media, which you can check out by clicking on the link in the description. We'll have some exclusive coverage up shortly, so give us a like and a follow if you feel compelled to. I went to the event this year with Chris from Goodgrief and my good friend Mike, and we had a lot of fun. This was my first time in San Diego, and it's honestly probably my favorite city now. I'm not used to the West Coast. I'm used to Boston and New York, but there's just some things that I love about being out on the West Coast. California is fucking gorgeous. San Diego is such an awesome city, and we saw so many crazy costumes and people while we were out there, and the experience was like so much larger than, say, PAX East, which I've been to a couple times with Seth. Having a press pass gave us access to so much and the ability to meet celebrities and actors and producers, really all types of like creative people in the entertainment industry. And we also saw a lot of crazy religious people protesting, and not just like the typical Jesus freaks, but the crazy, like insane, batshit anti-gay ones. But there were a lot of people in costumes, walking around the streets, basically trolling them, which was pretty goddamn funny. And, it was just interesting because I've never really seen one of those protests in person. And, like, these people were just so hateful. And it was just funny to watch, such a pleasant group of people troll these wackos. It was pretty cool. But without a doubt, my favorite part of the whole experience was the coverage that we got for the Starz Network upcoming series, Black Sails, which comes out next January. What was really cool was we were invited to the special I guess press screening, or it was, I don't even know what you would call it because the cast and the crew was there, but it was a special early screening of the pilot episode. It was such an early screening that the actors that were there hadn't even seen the episode yet, and we attended a Q&A before and after with the creators and cast, and got to listen to a live performance of the series score by the composers. We got to ask some questions, and then afterwards we got to go to Starz after party at this nightclub, and all the Starz PR team were incredibly helpful and made it just a kick-ass experience for me and for us. So we'll be doing some articles, and like I said, we did our video interview, but big thanks to them because they were just incredible group of people. And the next day, we actually did that video interview with the cast of the series Black Sails. We shot it with the Starz PR team right there in the private press room. Got to talk to Zach McGowan, Jessica Parker Kennedy, and Mark Ryan, who were actors on Black Sails. And they were just really cool to talk to. It was a great interview. It came out great, and that'll be up tomorrow. And the next interview we did was with Kathleen and Kara from Rooster Teeth. And they talked about their new series, Ruby. It's always good to talk to Rooster Teeth. Anyone from Rooster Teeth, everyone that we've ever talked to from the company they're always just awesome. Awesome to talk to. Really friendly and just interesting people all around. And it's cool to talk to them because the company is one of my favorite content creators. And another one of the interviews that we got was with Ross Ritchie, who is one of the producers of Two Guns, which is coming out, I believe, August 2nd or 3rd, starring Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg. It's based on a comic book by the same name by Boom Studios, and he talked to us about kind of transitioning that comic book into a movie and the whole process of getting the actors together, which was really cool. And it may be a video interview, or we may just transcribe it to an exclusive Q&A article on our site. Either way, it was really cool, and he was an awesome dude to talk to. Really insightful, really interesting, and it was a fun experience to talk to him. We even saw Bill Paxton on the way out, which was pretty cool. Now, one of the best parts of Comic-Con when you go as press is you end up getting invited to private parties pretty much every night if you respond to the press emails correctly. And that was the case for us. I set up stuff in advance, so we ended up going to a private party just about every night, I believe, with the exception of the last night. And every one of them is open bar, and you meet a ton of cool people. You meet like other people in the press and media, sometimes celebrities if you're lucky, YouTubers, website people, just really interesting and really creative people. And like I said, the Black Sails after party was badass. Everybody was dressed up like pirates. All the like the waiters and waitresses were dressed up as pirates. Like they had like Captain Jack Sparrow and Hook and Captain Morgan, which was really funny. But without a doubt, the best one was Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Black Flag party, another pirate-themed party. I guess pirates are big this year. They threw it on this big-ass yacht that they basically modified into a pirate ship, and it had 3 decks, each with its own open bar. They shot off fireworks. They were firing cannons into the harbor. I'm assuming blanks, but they were like loud as hell. And it was just a huge ship with a ton of lights. You could see it like miles away. They had a dance floor on the bottom. They were blasting music until I think it was like 2:30 or 3 a.m. the party went on to. And I ended up hanging out with a couple of the celebrities that we met earlier in the day, and some YouTubers. I think the next day I met briefly some of the Machinima's team, the Inside Gaming and ETC team. I talked to them briefly. That was pretty cool. And it was just a really, really cool experience. I had a great time, and the interviews will be going up here and on our new site, or I think starting tomorrow, with the Black Sails coverage. So check those out, and be sure to like us on Facebook and Twitter. I know I've been pitching those a lot, but it really does help us out, and I do appreciate everybody that goes and likes the Facebook page and follows us on Twitter. We'll likely do a podcast on the trip as well, probably with Chris, and maybe hosted by Seth. I'm not sure yet, but that should be done, I think, in a few days. But the interview coverage will be up soon, and I can't wait to go again next year because I had a fucking blast. It was really cool. Loved San Diego, loved Comic-Con, and I hope next year we get to go again as press and get some more awesome coverage. It'll be up soon. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.